data, they say in America, is it? Some say data, some say data. Anyway, all right, shalom everyone, and welcome once again to Just a Word. We are here for another week, as you see the title, Worldliness. I have problem speaking that word, worldliness. And this is a big topic. Do not let the topic fool you. There is so much to be garnered from this, so much to be gained from this teaching, so much understanding to receive from this teaching. You can get the link out again to you before we begin, so that we are not struggling. To our Zoom. Okay, here it is. Let me get it. Copy the link address. All right, but it's back on. That's the Zoom link. That's the Zoom link. It doesn't seem to be going through. Streaming. Someone can put the Zoom link in the chat in YouTube for me, please, so that we can get started. Okay, so we are going to be looking at worldliness. Worldliness. The video is frozen. Unable to connect on Facebook, so you all need to come in the chat. Let me just get the Zoom link and put it out there so we can forget about it, because when we are in here, then it gets too invite link copied. All right, let me put it in. Let me put this link here in the Zoom. Yeah, it's the internet. Oh, I'm breaking up on Zoom as well. Let me know. I should have had backup data. All right, there's the Zoom link. All right, there's the Zoom link. Oh, a bit, or not much. I don't know what's happening, but let's go with what we have. All right. All right, so let me begin. I probably need to just restart. I probably need to just restart here because so much time wasted. Stop recording, and re-record again. Start recording. All right, so today we are looking at worldliness, and we are going to begin by looking at the meaning of end. All right? Meaning of worldliness from the Oxford Dictionary. It says, concern with material values or ordinary life, concern with material values or ordinary life rather than a spiritual existence. And you're going to see here that it is a comparison thing. We see here rather than. Then in the book of in the worldliness, and they say it's interest in, concern with, or devotion to things of this world, especially as opposed to a future stage of existence as after death. So what we have is concern with the things of this world rather than a spiritual existence. interest in, concern with, or devotion to things of this world. There we go to this world, our spiritual life. So it is actually telling us, even in the dictionary, that both of them cannot mix. Like oil and water, they cannot mix. It is either this world or it is spiritual. Both of them cannot mix, just as it says in the Bible. Now, here is a verse that we used to labor on a few months ago. The warning about worldliness from Yahusha Hamashiach. And it is in Luke 21:34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. This is worldliness. Because surfeiting is greed, going after excess, which is what they program us to do in Babylon. We have food, we have clothing, we have shelter, but they have programmed us to believe that that is not enough. You have to be greedy. You have to go to be rich. And they set a standard with people because people expect you to move from one level to the other. If you are in one place, satisfied with where you are, people look down on you, they will mock you, and they will deride you. Yes? Because you are not greedy. So in this world, you are expected to be greedy. That's surfeiting. And drunkenness, the drunkenness of Babylon. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahuwah's hand to make the earth drunken. The earth has become drunken, therefore the earth is mad. Drunkenness is being caught up in this way, in the way of Babylon, in the midst of Babylon, caught up in the lifestyle of Babylon. And cares of this life. So the cares of this life, oh, good. So the cares of this life, oh, only Facebook is not working. The cares of this life is what the concerns of this world, the bills and everything like that in this world. This is called worldliness, all of these. And it says, if we are caught up in that, that day will come upon you unawares. Because when you are caught up in worldliness, you are blinded. You are blinded as to spiritual things. That is why worldliness, defined in the dictionary, it shows a way of the world as opposed to spiritual. Both of them cannot be together. So when you're caught up in worldliness, you are going to be blinded from spiritual things. There is no way you can be a spiritual person. No way you can be a truly spiritual person walking like Hamashiach if you are worldly. Impossible. And Luke 20:35 goes on to say, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. So, as a snare, that means when you are worldly, you're going to be blinded, and then you are going to be taken so easy, very, very easily. You are going to be taken. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that he may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. So you have to be watching, which means you have to be diligently rejecting the ways of worldliness, focusing on spiritual things, praying always. And that is when you will be accounted worthy to escape all these things. So people are in Babylon going about their business, living their lives in worldliness, thinking that they will automatically be protected. No go so. No such thing. You yourself have to make a choice. There are so many things we are worried about things of this world, and the world belongs to our Father. Yes? The world belongs to Yahuwah. It's his world. And yet still we are worried about it. Because we are serving Yahuwah for the hope of a better life, for the hope of eternal life, for the hope of inheriting this world. So why are we concerned with this world? Psalms 50 verse 12. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. So Yahuwah is declaring that this world is his, and everything that is in there belongs to him. But it also tells us that he created evil. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahuwah, do all these things. And then, let's look at the progression. The world is his. He created evil. And then, Proverbs 16:4, he created the wicked for the day of evil. Yahuwah hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So he created, the world is his. He created evil. He created the wicked for the day of evil. Look at the progression. And then now he gives the earth into the hand of the wicked. Look at the progression. Let me go back. The world is his. He created evil. He created the wicked for the day of evil. And then he gives the earth into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not where and who is he? Then, after he gives the earth into the hand of the wicked, what do the wicked do? Do they handle the word nicely? Do they handle the word in righteousness or the world in righteousness? No. Psalms 58 verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go. He gives the earth into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked, as soon as they be born, are speaking lies. Then now, guess what happens? If a ruler listens to lies, all the people who they rule will be wicked. Very important in attaching the wicked to lies. The earth given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked, from they were born, they speak lies. That means for their entire lives they will be liars. And that means they will be rulers in this wicked world because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So when they become rulers of this wicked world, Proverbs 29:12 says, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. So if we are in a nation that is given into the hand of the wicked, and we follow the wicked in the nation, then we ourselves will become what? Wicked. That is why we were such wicked sinners. That is why we were such wicked sinners when we were in the world. That is why we have to rip ourselves apart and away from this wicked world or these wicked nations that we have grown up in. That is why if you are following the ways of the nations of this earth, you are going to do wickedness. That is why when the nations came with this thing to put in the arm, when they came with this thing to put in the arm, and we told people, no, this is wickedness. And the people were saying, swearing, oh, they said we should do it, so we must do it. Because the people actually believed in them. They believed in wickedness. And so they became wicked. They inflicted this thing upon themselves and encouraged others to take this abomination. So if a ruler listens to lies, all the people will be wicked. The world is ruled through the United Nations. It's that conspiracy of nations that come together to direct the ways of the world, led by the tabernacles of Edom. Now, when your prime minister, president of your nation goes to the UN and they sign up to the UN for a world such and such agreement. And the agreement tells you to do certain things. In an age when they are setting up their fourth kingdom, the fourth beast of Daniel, everything that they hear and they come with is going to be what? It's going to be lies. It's going to be lies. And they are going to make your leader wicked, and they are going to make you, if you follow them, wicked. I want you to follow us carefully. Carefully, carefully. All right. Now, very important thing about the wicked. Very important thing about the wicked is that the word says in Proverbs 16:4, he makes the wicked for the day of evil. Why did he make the wicked for the day of evil? Because the wicked are his sword. When in the prayer of Azariah was praying, and he referred to Nebuchadnezzar as this most wicked king. Most wicked king. And the Most High called this most wicked king, Nebuchadnezzar, his servant. Can you imagine that? He called him his servant because the wicked are his sword. You see, when our people have behaved themselves, then the wicked are not needed. Yes? The wicked are not needed. The wicked go into their punishment for their wickedness. But when we misbehave, when we turn against the Most High, and he pleads with us over and over again, and we continue to reject him and go worse and worse, and he sends us into captivity, then the wicked are raised up. So what do we have today in this world? We have the wicked ruling this world. Yes? It is because of us, our people, our fathers, why we live in the world that we live in today. So when we return to the Most High, then these wicked will be under subjection. And for us, we have to be walking in righteousness to the Most High to receive protection from the wicked. This is the way the wicked are his sword. The wicked is there. We are misbehaving. The Most High takes away his covering from us and allows the wicked to do what he wants to do with us. When we now behave and know, hey, the wicked are there, the wicked can harm us, when we know that, who will we turn to? We turn to the Most High and hang on to the Most High. When we hang on to the Most High, he protects us from the wicked. Very simple. So we cannot be in unrighteousness and hope for protection from the wicked. No. Many of us think, oh, because we're Israelites, because we're Yasharal, as some say, we are Yasharal, he will protect us. No. Let's see what David has to say in Psalms 17 to get an understanding of what I'm saying. Tehillim, chapter 17. Psalms chapter 17, from verse 1. A prayer of David. Hear the right, O Yahweh, to have his way with us. Yes? Concerning the works of men, by the word of thy lips I have kept me from the paths of the destroyer. So the destroyer is there. The wicked is there. But by the words of thy lips I have kept me from the paths. So if we follow his word, walk in obedience to his word, then we are protected from the wicked. Hold up my goings in thy paths, that my footsteps slip not. So here's what we want to say from verse 4. Here is what we need to do. We need to hear the words that comes from his lips so that we can keep ourselves from the paths of the destroyer. So the destroyer will not come in our way when we ourselves walk in obedience to the Most High. But here's where the Most High comes in now. Hold up my goings in thy paths, so that my footsteps slip not. So after we have heard his word and obeyed, then it is the Most High now who can uphold us from slipping. So we first have to do our job, and then he will do the rest. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me. O Alua, incline thine ear unto me, and hear my speech. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand, them which put their trust in thee, from those that rise up against them. Those that rise up against them are the wicked. So if we put our trust in the Most High, he will save us. Put our trust in him. Walk in obedience to his words, because we just cannot say we trust him and we're still walking in unrighteousness. Yeah? Then he will save us. Keep me as the apple of the eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. So the wicked are who he uses to keep us in order. Very simple. Because if we are left alone, without any problems, sin will knock at our doors. The devil finds work for idle hands, and we will go off into sin. We will go off into worldliness. We will look to the world to find whatever type of satisfaction we can have to satisfy ourselves and all of that. Trouble has to be lurking. Trouble has to be imminent. Trouble has to be possible for us to keep in line. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. Why? Because they are the Most High's sword. The Most High takes care of them. Hey, who could be more wicked and proud than Mr. Gates when he's speaking? If we do a good job with the thing that goes in your arm, then we will reduce the population of the world. These people are. But they are the Most High's sword, who are defending the system that the evil, wicked are setting up. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. By the way, this is worldliness. This is the world, the evil world that we live in, these wicked world that we are defending and loving. All right. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. That's what they are doing right now. They are lurking to destroy. Right? Right now they are waiting to plunge the earth into another pandemic. Another of their plans to bring down the earth to its knees. To get people to take more of that thing that you put in your arm, and to get people to take that global digital ID, marrying them together, marrying both that thing in their arm and that number together, they are going to create what they call a vax. You know that thing that you put in your arm, passport. Yes? This is Revelation 13, 16 to 17. We keep telling you over and over again. Some of you don't believe us. That is where we are at. So this is what they're doing. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Yahuwah, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. The wicked is Yahuwah's sword. To go against those who are not on the right path. From men which are thy hand, O Yahuwah, from men of the world. Men which are thy hand. What does it mean, his hand? That's what the Most High uses to do his work. From men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. The Most High takes care of them. The richest people in the world are the most wicked people in the world. The world now is being run and led by the rich people. What has happened in this world? We no longer have independence. We don't have any inheritance to say to leave to our children. Yes? Yahuwah fats them up. In verse 15, David said, As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. So David is actually saying here, they can go on with their wickedness and their materialism. I am satisfied with spiritual things, with being in your righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awaken with thy likeness. To be in the likeness of Yahuwah, to be in the likeness of his son, which is the likeness of Yahuwah. That is what we have to be satisfied with. So that is the world that we live in, people. This is the world that we live in. And the world is like this because this world is just a little simulation. This world is not the real thing. This world is just given like a reality show for us to overcome. It is like a movie prop that has been set up. Yes? And if we do well in the reality show, what they call it? They have some shows. I'm so not used to television again. Some show, the arm thing, that thing. The amount of lies that Mr. GATE, told during that time. Yeah? Man, the amount of lies they tell people about this thing and this, the amount of lies they tell people about this thing and this thing can help you and this thing can, you know what I mean? Hey, the amount of lies they told. But guess what? We have to remember this: no liar can enter the kingdom. Listen carefully. We were born, grown, nurtured, rewarded in a world of lies. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked are lies. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So this is a reality that we grew up in. And now we come to the Most High. What do we think is expected of us? Is it expected? Kimberly, Billy Goat. Yes. Is it expected that we are to continue in the system there is? Because if we continue in the system there is, we will be liars. We will be liars. So what do we do? Because no liar can enter the kingdom. John 8:40. John 8:44 says, Ye are of, from 43, why do you not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my word. It's like now we are talking. People will not be able to, who cannot understand our word, then something is wrong. Because ye are of your father the devil. These are those who cannot understand Yahusha's word. You are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So imagine us being of this order, following the world, the way of lies. Yes? So this here is speaking about Satan, and it's speaking about Cain as well. Anyway, we'll get into that. So, because of this, These people here will not inherit the kingdom. Let's go again and see who will not inherit the kingdom. Again, Revelation 21, verse 8. Verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his Alua, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, and unbelieving, and the abominable. You don't tell lies, but you're living in this world and you're loving this world. Eh? And this world is a world of lies. Barak, verse 14. Barak are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. So you're not a liar, but you're loving this world. This world is a world of lies. So if you love this world of lies, you are loving a lie. Hey, if you're loving a lie, you cannot enter the kingdom. Notice in verse 14, Barak are they that do his commandments, which tell you that if you truly do his commandments, then you will not be dogs, nor sorcerers, you will not be whoremongers, you will not be murderers and idolaters, and you will not love and make a lie. So who loves this world? That is the danger of lies. Because we live in a world in which we are constantly taught lies. We live in a world that we are constantly taught lies. Now, from you go to school, you are taught lies. From you go to school, you are taught lies. The educational system is there to teach us lies. Let me just play a little recording. Maybe this recording will be able to speak. It's about 8 minutes. I'll play a little recording of one of my moments again when I was speaking to the Most High and these words were just coming. So we are going to play this recording that has to do with this in a world of lies. All right? And in the book of John 8 or John 9, it tells you that Satan is the father of lies. He was a liar from the beginning, and there's no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks of his own, for he's a father of lies. So we live in a world of lies. And Satan's chief henchman in this world is the border of wickedness, which is Edom, Malachi 1:4. Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and Edom is the border of wickedness. And we have proven already who Edom is, and they are the rulers and leaders of this world. Then the people of Edom are liars. Now, when you see the people of Edom giving us religions, Christianity and Judaism, coming from the border of wickedness, coming from the wicked people, representatives of Satan, how can we be believing those religions? How can we be believing those religions to be true? Yes? And that is our error. Believing these religions to be true. How can truth be coming from the liars, from the wicked liars? Because we have to understand this world. This world cannot be run by the nations in truth. If they were to use truth, they would have to follow the law of the Most High. And in following the law of the Most High, you have to be following the Most High. Now, Psalms 83 tells us that they are the enemies of the Most High and they hate the Most High. So if they hate the Most High and they are the enemies of the Most High, therefore, it means that they cannot follow His law. So they have to rule in chaos.
They have to rule in confusion. They have to rule in lies. And so that is why the world is proliferated with lies. Everything that we get in this world is lies. One of the greatest industries in this world is the film, movie, television industry. They make us put a television in every house. The television industry is run on lies. Programming, they call it TV programs. So what they do, they set up the programs which program us according to what they want us to believe in. So they fill it with lies. Movies, special effects is a very veiled term for lies. Special effects is actually making you think something to be so. So, for example, a man jumping from one building to high-rise building to the other. Hmm? It is special effects that makes us do that. They use tricks from the camera and the props that they use to make us believe that the man actually jumped from one place to the other. All right? And that is a lie. So, what are we saying here? Everything that they give us is lies. So, our schools, for example, because kind of motivation for this was a brother in our group asked about Rome, if the Romans were in Israel during biblical times. And he was saying based on the history that they gave us. And I told him that history is actually his story. History is a lie because the whole aim of Edom is to make sure that we believe their lies. Edom, the white people are set up for white supremacy. White supremacy. So they are set up so that they actually rule the world. So they tell us lies and try to make the Bible and everything about them. Everything about them. So they have changed up the names of places. They have done so many things. So history, his story that is taught in schools is one big fat lie. Every history is made to make the white man look dominant so that we worship them as the masters of this world. So when your child goes to school, your child is actually being taught how to lie, how to accept lies, how to love lies. You are marked, you are given a tick if you reiterate their lies. If the lie that they teach you, you accept it and you memorize it and put it back on paper and give it to them, then you are given a star in their system. The system is not there for those, the classroom is not there for those who are creative thinkers, who will think against the grain. Because if you do that, you're taught to be rebellious. Because you have to teach and you have to write everything that the teacher agrees with. And the teacher agrees with everything that the system has taught her to agree with. Because there is the examination that is coming from the system. And you are being marked, Yahuwah. But the Bible tells is the truth. And the Messiah came and said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So he's a living, walking Torah. As he said in the book of Nazarene, he came to shine a light to the Torah so that we can see it for what it is truly saying. So he did not come to replace the Torah. He came to shine a light on it so that we can see it and understand it for what it is truly saying. That is why the Torah cannot be done away with and is not done away with. Standing of it that has to be upgraded in Yahushua HaMashiach. In showing us how to live, and show us that he can use Christians at his will because they are blinded, not knowing his way, not knowing his truth, not knowing his life. So in not knowing those things, they remain blinded in lies. In a world of lies, which is why they love this world so much. And the Most High knows that this world is not for us, and he knows that if we love the world, we will be swept away in the lies. Now, this is very important. If we love the world, we will be swept away in the lies. because the lies match up with the world. The truth takes us away from the world.
All right. So the lies, the truth takes us away from the world, and the lies match up with the world. So if we want to be in truth, we have to do what? Take ourselves away from the lying world. So education, lies. Religion, lies. Entertainment, lies. What else is there in Babylon again? History,